Nampa High senior Aahlia Cervantes was raised by her maternal grandparents, and though she's grateful for them, it wasn't by choice.
I didn't really have my parents growing up, but my guardians were the ones that took care of me and raised me on who I am now. I struggled a lot with my mom's substance abuse that I had to witness, and it made me feel like I wasn't important to her. It completely changed how I viewed life.
Luckily, it turned out to possibly be the best-case scenario.
It's a better life than I imagined. Like, growing up with having your mother, like, absent father and your mother not being there, it, like, in a way, like, traumatizes you. But at the end of the day, I had to realize that my grandparents were the ones that raised me, that do love me, and I'm like more proud of my culture being with them.
A sense of pride that might not have been there if not raised by her grandparents.
I used to be not very proud of being Hispanic because obviously in Idaho it's more like country folks and there's not a lot of Hispanics here, so I was raised with very American culture. But the more that I got to learn about my grandma's history of coming to the United States made me more appreciative of my family and what they've gone through.
Aahlia didn't know much about the Hispanic Youth Leadership Summit and found out about it after asking a teacher about scholarship opportunities.
And she told me, she was like, it's a good opportunity, you should go. And so I went there without knowing what it was.
And so she did, but didn't expect it to be as impactful as it turned out to be.
I was like overwhelmed at first. I didn't expect so many colleges to be there. And then what I found interesting is that they had a separate table for migrants. And they had a Spanish speaker ready to tell them about different scholarships they can win and the different classes that if they're interested in to just apply. And that's something like in normal college fairs you don't see.
It also brought the possibility of college into her life.
At the summit, you had different opportunities from different colleges to like interview for a scholarship. I just spoke about how I'm really passionate about cosmetology, and then they also asked if I'm in any like extra things in school, and I told her that I was vice president of Foreign Language Society.
And she now has a plan after high school.
I got a $1,000 scholarship at Idaho State University in Pocatello. I'm interested in cosmetology, so I looked at different colleges that offer it, and it was the only one that did. And the more that I researched it, the more that I fell in love with Pocatello.
$1,000 obviously won't cover her full tuition, but it still means the world to her.
I started like tearing up. I've never won anything in my life. I know some people are just saying it's just $1,000, but that's $1,000 that I didn't have before then. I recently finally got to $1,000 after 5 months of working on an $8 like an hour job. I just feel like people don't appreciate the money.
Had she not gone to the Hispanic Youth Leadership Summit, her next steps might have been very different.
At first, I didn't think that college was an option for me because of money. I don't come from a family that we have that extra money for them to even send me to college.
As for what she'll study, her family was really pushing her in one direction.
In Latino culture, it's very normal for them to be like, get something in medical. Like, you'll earn a lot more money, you'll be set, you don't have to worry about anything. And I was fully convinced that's what I needed to do. But I didn't have a passion for that.
But the strong-willed Nampa High senior is following her passion. And who knows, Aahlia Cervantes might just be your cosmetologist one day.
I needed to take that opportunity, if not, I was going to regret it. And I'm still young. Maybe I will change, and maybe I will want to go back into medical. But I doubt it because I really like doing cosmetology, so.